Hello everyone, welcome to a new video within the series of videos in which I share with you my trips and how I managed to travel on a budget, spending as little as possible. This time, me and Anna went to the Dolomites for 5 days with our new Fiat Panda. So what exactly can you expect to find in this video? Well, we will essentially be taking you along with us in our trip, and this means that you will get to see beautiful landscapes, hiking trails with it, breathtaking sunsets and sunrises, and the most important thing of all, you will also get to see how we sleep inside a Fiat Panda. And yes, this is actually possible, and to be honest, it is much more comfortable than what you are probably imagining right now. Finally, after taking you along with us, I will of course be sharing with you the total cost of our little 5-day trip, so you get to see once more that traveling does not have to be expensive and that you can do super cool things and have great experiences with very little. In any case, for that you will have to wait until the very end, and now let's stop the talking and go to the Dolomites. We left Wednesday evening and we drove to Tre Cime, which is where we spent our first night.
Okay, so we just parked there next to the car, and we just moved it to get things ready because we parked next to where, you know, it was a bit wet and there was mud. But anyways, now we already left the car perfectly fine. Well, perfect, I mean, yeah. And Anna is the pro here. And other than that, I mean, it was a mess. Now it's not so much of a mess.
During our way there, we had a little problem with our car, since it said that our wheels were low in pressure, so we had to stop in a gas station and make sure they were okay. But after this little incident, we continued crossing beautiful Austria until we got to the first spot we went to in the Dolomites, which is Lake Antoro.
Okay, it's time to cook, and we have here everything. We are boiling some pasta, and we are here right now, which is a super pretty place. And Anna is there because, as you can see, that bench is in the sun and it's not that warm here, and we are in the shade. So I'm just finishing to cook this because before it was occupied, and now we'll go there. There. We are going somewhere, I don't know if you see it there. And the way up there is super nice. Here above me, maybe you cannot see it, but there are some super nice rocks. And we are basically doing all of this, walking. And there is the road for the cars. But for that I think you need to pay like 15 or 20 euros, right? I don't know how much. But we don't want to pay anything, so that's why we're walking. And here we are.
After about an hour and a half hiking, we reached the bottom of the Tre Cime di Lavadero, which is a very cool place with quite a lot of people.
So I just got changed. It's getting cold, and he's doing a striptease, but a striptease with views. Oh my god.
Our idea was to go there and see the sunset. The only problem was that we got there a bit early, so we decided to start taking pictures, mostly to not freeze since it was pretty chilly. As soon as the sun was out, we left running, but we of course ended up getting to the car when it was already dark.
And now comes the best part, because we park here, we sleep here, and now if we open the door, you will see, ta-chan! Anna is there, and here is where we sleep. It's actually pretty comfortable. The only thing is that I have my feet there, and they get super cold because The Nordic doesn't reach that, but for the rest, it's perfect. Ciao, ciao.
Next stop was Lake Sorapis. We wanted to get there early since apparently it is very popular, so we started hiking at 8 AM and it took us 2 hours to get there.
This is the place. And the most beautiful thing in this lake is Anna.
In the afternoon, we drove to Cinque Torri, where we also had the privilege to see a beautiful sunset. Our next stop was Paso Pordoi, where we did an easy hike to the hut of Fiat Panda with views to the Marmolada. The idea was to go to Paso Sella in the afternoon and do a hike there, but there were so many people and cars parked everywhere that we simply could not find a space to park our little Panda. So we ended up going to Val di Funes to spend the night there, hoping to find a bit more of peace. We tried the slackline and well, let's just say that it took a lot of tries to get to the other side of it with a very questionable technique. We slept in a very quiet and nice parking, and the next morning we hiked up to a small peak from which we had breathtaking views of the valley and the mountains. In the early afternoon, it started raining, precisely when we were cooking our lunch, but we managed to save it from the rain. Since the weather forecast was of continuous rain for that day and the following one, we decided to head to Innsbruck for a quick visit at the city center. And after a very wet walk, we decided to go back to Munich as we only had one day left and it anyways was meant to be raining. The Panda is very cool, but when it rains, it is certainly not the most comfortable place to be in. Okay, so after taking you along with us, it is time to share which was our total cost for the trip. In this case, these were only the gasoline for our Panda and the food. On gasoline, we spent in total 38 euros and 4 cents, and this is considering that we did in total 698 kilometers throughout the whole trip, that our Panda uses 5 liters of gasoline every 100 kilometers, and that the cost of the gasoline in Austria is of 1 euro and 9 cents per liter, approximately. Moreover, I would like to highlight that we did not pay any tolls neither in Austria nor in Italy, and this is because we decided to take secondary roads, which are free of charge. Yes, we did drive an additional 1 hour and 30 minutes to get there, but we were not in a hurry, and we even saved a bit of money on gasoline since the distance was 12 kilometers shorter than taking the highway. Finally, in food, we spent for the 5 days 24 euros for both of us, since we obviously did not go to any restaurants and ate very cheap things such as pasta, rice, bread or salads. Therefore, we have that in total we spent 62 euros and 4 cents for both of us for 5 days, which means that we spent 31 euros and 2 cents per person, which is very cheap. And of course in here I'm not adding any kind of other cost for the car that we own and that we used, since we have it and we use it for many other things, to go out every weekend and so on. Nevertheless, if we were to include it, it would just add up to a few additional euros per person. In any case, this was everything. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed, and as always, see you next time.